Okay, mommy, have a seat, please, darling. We are today I'm taking you out to lunch today in the finest restaurant ever
Finest restaurant on the boulevard.
on the boulevard.
Thank you, thank you. It's pre-birthday week.
Pre-birthday week. Put in your chair, please, darling. I should have made sure of that. Hey, this restaurant has a camera set up and all, you know. You realize that?
You can
We have to
actually-
thank the management for actually, allowing us into their, right,
ambiance.
yes, into their ambience. Come in a little more, please, darling.
Thank you, Maitre Ready.
You're welcome. Come in a little more, please, darling. Again, right. So here we are. What a wonderful setup. I like this restaurant. I really, really, really like this restaurant. So we have
Everything.
rice, we have dal, we have mango,
Curry mango, courtesy
mango.
daughter.
and we have curry stew. Very great.
Wow.
Well, here's to our white wine. White wine, we served white wine. Maybe, when is red wine?
White wine is for
For fish.
fish.
Well, we could consider this fish because our imagination is fantastic.
Pre-birthday week, is that?
Yes. Can I just lean across and just adjust this here, Louise? Now I know you like to see how you're looking, but please, you don't really have to look at the camera all the time, you know. Don't have to look at the camera all the time.
Okay, so shall we say grace?
Quietly. Thank you very much.
Dhal, specially made by Asana.
Yes. I am going to throw some of this inside of here. Oh, this is delicious looking.
Oh, I like how they do it
Mm-hmm.
on the leaf.
Superb. Mm. So, your birthday is right around the corner.
Yes, pre-birthday boy, pre-birthday.
You will
Then
be.
I have 2 birthdays,
Mhm.
Monday and Thursday.
Monday and Tuesday.
And today is Saturday.
Mm.
But I have a friend who celebrates their birthday for the whole month. And I think last year I kind of did almost the month last year,
Right.
but I'm conservative this year.
Look at this, Louis. This is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Curry mango and ting boy.
Mm.
The river, you throw down the mountain boy.
Hey, I must give a joke. Last week, we were in the company of a man called Anil, a very, very, very amicable fellow.
Anim or Anil?
Anil.
A-N-I-L.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I said Anim.
As you talk about the river knock down the mountain. And Anil was explaining to me that sometimes he's in the company of friends who actually love to give jokes.
I wonder if they remember the jokes.
I don't know, but I tell you. So then he said to me, listen to this joke. These fellas had all planted pumpkin, and when it was time to reap the pumpkin, they decided to contest and see whose pumpkin was the biggest. The first fella said, well, I couldn't remember what the first guy said, but I improvised here at this point.
You see, I think he said that he had to get permission from Wassa.
Right. His pumpkin grew so large, it went under the fence and it erupted in the roadway. And WASA had to come, the water authority people had to come and dig up this entire road to remove that pumpkin. Wow, that was a big joke. That was a big joke. The second fellow said, well, you know, my pumpkin grew on the mountainside. Anil, I hope you're listening. My pumpkin grew on the mountainside. And it grew so big. And when it was time to harvest, and they cut the vine, the pumpkin rolled down the hill, tumble down, and lick away. Yeah, and lick away 2 10-story buildings. It was so big.
Oh my goodness.
So the third fella scratched his head and he said, well, you know, my pumpkin, I grow pumpkins for export. But this one was so huge, it couldn't fit into the cargo ship. So you know what they did? They cut it in half and they put the ship inside of one half of the pumpkin and sent it to England. Anil, all your good boy.
Died fully cowboy.
I had an old friend when I was at the Express named Bob Codallo. His father was Alf Codallo. And Alf Codallo was the man who, in a setting, would give the tallest jokes. And he said one day he went to hunt and he had one dog, and the dog was chasing 2 gooties. And the 2 gooties come down the track so, and the dog was behind him. And then when they got a little way in front of him, the 2 gooties split. And he said, oh gosh, I'm gonna lose 2 of them. But I will lose 1 of them, but I want 2 of them. So you know what he did? He put the cutlass down so, and the dog run straight into the cutlass, cut it in half, and the 2 halves gone behind the gootee.
That is crazy. Funny jokes.
Funny jokes, boy. Don't forget about these. There's somebody, I think it's Candice. Candice, you're always saying that Bertie should sponsor us. No, we don't really want anybody to sponsor us. We're just happy to show how we live. You want some Berties?
No, I think that's good.
Don't mind that girl, Candice. We're enjoying yourself here. We have a very good old friend in Florida called Bernadine. She's up in her 90s. A very articulate, good old friend. So I want to remember at this point in time all the elderlies, the beautiful elderlies we have come across in our lifetime. Beautiful elderlies who have contributed with their offspring to having a good country.
Bernadine, I'm really sorry. I really hoped that when we were in Orlando area, that someday we would have been able to drive by and visit you with Lyndon and Kim. But unfortunately, as you know, we had to cut our trip short. So that meant cutting you as well. But God knows, maybe another time. But thank you very much for your invitation, your kind invitation. We appreciated it very much, but it didn't work out this time. So thank you, my dear.
I was thinking also this week here of some of the wonderful elderlies we had in Cora. In the book that I did with Lyndon's great help, and others who participated in it, the Ghost of Cora. I mentioned the Callis boys and their mother, who I knew as Mrs. Callis. She was a very tall woman who had moved from Cora eventually to St. John's Road in St. Augustine area. And I have very fond memories of these people in Cora.
Dhal?
Yes, I have that. You want them?
No.
I have very fond memories of these wonderful old people. Ma Morrow, who is Mrs. Morrison, that is my sister's, my deceased sister's husband, also deceased, his mother. I think it's they live up Cora there. They lived in the big house as you get down into the valley. Was in La Plata Villa? No. I've forgotten this. Anyway, and I remember as a youngster walking up those steps into this grand old house, very spacious. And I remember being intrigued that this regal house existed way up in these mountains.
And that old house still standing there.
What's left of it?
But you can see, for those days was a grand house.
People like William Morrison, people like Nolly, Mr. Barristow,
Farmer Harry.
Well, Farmer Harry is really a newcomer, like in his time, eh?
Yeah. Lucas Cavara.
You know, I feel sorry when I see some elderly folk in the country maybe trying to get around driving as motorists, right? And the impatience that is thrown out at them because they're slow on the road. I feel sorry because these people have contributed.
It's sad, eh?
Yeah, it's sad.
I mean, I experienced that on the road, you know.
They hung their horn at you and they tell you, old lady, get out of the way and all of that stuff.
I remember, and I wasn't so old, I was still working. I came from the doctor.
Look at this lovely stew. Mommy, sorry, eh? Look at this lovely stew, boy, chicken stew. Yes, you came from the doctor
and went to Dinsley Drugs. So, you know, to reverse, you're reversing straight onto the Eastern Main Road.
Right.
And not feeling well. You know, your reflexes not, you don't feel too steady on the road. So you're trying to cautiously get out onto the main road.
Right, I know it's right.
And you know, while I am reversing, I'm not gonna say reversing back, eh? Because you know that's a real Trinity thing, reversing back.
Okay, so you reverse back and what happened?
No, I was reversing. And this young man with a young lady in his car, when they saw me reversing back,
Well, we understand.
they actually speed up, Lancy. Actually speed up. And I just had to mash my brakes. And the young lady was laughing her head out at such a stupid, childish, disrespectful joke, if that was intended to be a joke.
Oh, yeah.
A young woman laughing at whether it was a fiancé or boyfriend or husband. She was in stitches at the fear that I must have reflected.
Right, right.
And they sped away laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, my goodness,
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wasn't as old as I am now.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, say 15 years. 15 years. I wasn't 60 yet. I was still working.
Mm-hmm.
And can you imagine that boy, Nancy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I could understand when you say that these old people on the road and the disrespect. Because if I'm talking 15 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
when you still felt that there were some young people who had some kind of, goodness in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that was so unkind,
Mm-hmm. But,
disrespectful.
mm, but nevertheless, we don't worry about them.
But it's just sad to think that's the society we live in now. It's sad to think that because long ago we were taught to respect the elderly, to help them in whatever way we can,
Mm-hmm.
But rather than unnerve them on the road and that become a joke, much to be desired.
Mango tasting good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Everything.
This mango is nice for you.
Daughter, you cook that with plenty love, girl. Cups of love in that mango.
This mango is very tasty. My mother do has mango.
Mm-hmm. Cups of love, daughter. Thank you so much.
You love it, huh?
You gotta teach me how to cook this kind of mango, girl.
You love it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Delicious. So what are we going to talk about today? What nice can we tell the people?
Well, you could tell them, try to get some Dhal and rice on our rainy day. Try and get some nice rice on a rainy day. And get some nice curry mango.
Made with love.
Is that all left? Is it boiled side?
Yes, more, yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure. Well, Sam has to get some, eh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. This is finger licking good.
1 minute, eh? I'll be back. Keep an eye out here for me. Excuse me, please. I'll be back shortly.
I would like to say happy birthday to my very special friend, Corinne. Happy birthday to you, darling. You are one of my best friends, and I always say you are the friend that set me up for life, because I met Lance at his 21st birthday party. When I went with Corinne, Corinne was invited to Lance's birthday party and she took me along. So I always have her along as one of my favorite friends that set me up for life. So thank you, Corinne.
Was she this? She upset with her life?
Set me up for life with Lancey, boy. Not upset now. What your brother, what your brother tell you? So Corinne had to be blamed.
Mm-hmm. Corinne has to be blamed for where I am today.
So Corinne,
It's amazing how people meet together in different circumstances. Eh?
Yeah. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you. And I'm wishing you a very special day. We certainly have to get together to celebrate, but I know you're well taken care of today, so I'm not going to rob you of your special day and how special you will be treated today.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get together. All the best, my dear. Love you lots. And I would like to take the opportunity to wish every other person who might be looking at this video at this moment, whose birthday is today. Hope you have a great day and that God's richest blessings to all of you. Because with God's blessings, we know that we will be good. So enjoy the day to the fullest.
We want to also say a big shout out to Sita. Sita, there was a barbecue yesterday that Santa got for us, and it was well done, it was delicious. It really was very delicious.
I think she's doing it again.
When today?
No.
Oh,
Maybe another one. Yesterday was what? Friday.
yesterday, yeah.
So I don't know if it's next Friday or next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But if anyone is interested, they can always find out from us.
Mm-hmm. And also, in the course of the evening, Amalu and I went 50-50 with one of Sita's roti. And I tell you, we want to big them up, man.
So we had half an hour barbecue, 50-50. When I heard the barbecue ran out and Lance going to get a roti instead, I said, okay, Lancey, 50-50, barbecue, 50-50 roti.
The only reason I got 50, I got some barbecue.
But some of you have complained that a lot of times Avalanche don't get 50%. So I try to even the scale then. But 50-50 is good, 60-40 even better.
According to the guy, 60 for who and 40 for who.
Well, that could also
Mm-hmm.
be in the balance.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But really, it's nice to share. It's nice to share what you have. It's nice to share your food, your drink,
The sorrows,
your sorrows.
sometimes.
It's nice to share company.
Yeah. I think I'll have one more piece of this.
But life is about not only receiving, life is about giving too. But a lot of times, a giver is so busy giving, they never receive. And sometimes the receiver is so busy receiving that they never think of giving. But it is wonderful to sometimes be a giver and sometimes be a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
They say it is, happiness is making others happy,
Mm.
And it doesn't take much to make someone happy. It certainly don't take much. I mean, this was quite special, what Lasana did for us.
Yeah, Lasana really laid it all down.
And we felt very happy. We were resting. And she said, okay, don't worry, I'll fix up. And we walked out to a table already set.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's a wonderful guy, very kind, very loving, very caring, very sharing.
But you know what we'll do?
Can the dog eat this?
Yes. It's chicken. Okay, so what we should do is really put it into a nice little bowl.
Yeah, but she right here.
You know.
I can't put it in one of these bowls, Lancelot.
No. I wouldn't say that.
Here.
Can I pass it, please? Oh, let's clear the table. I'll be back.
But I
Excuse me.
could put that for the door, right?
Yeah. For Simon?
Yeah, Simon. Simoni.
Excuse me.
Mama Lou give us some right on the floor, but Papa Land's going to do it the right way. Yes, so I will be soon making my 73, and I thank God for good health and strength, and good and bad. They say we have to thank God for everything, all things. When the sun is shining, we thank God. When it's raining, we thank God. We need to be grateful for whatever He sees that is best for us. And that's why I would like to really see God in the light of being thankful for whatever is taking place. Not to murmur, not to complain, but to receive everything that He gives us. We receive it with thankfulness, because we know He's a merciful God and He's going to take care of us. Doesn't take us away from the experience, but He sees us through the experience. And that's what it's all about. So Lancy, come on.
Yeah, I'll come in.
This morning the weather was very, very overcast. Yesterday was a very beautiful day. This morning the weather was overcast, but I think it seemed to be clearing up at the moment. But as I say, whatever it is, sun or shine, sun or rain, we're glad and grateful, because we definitely need the rain. The plants are happy. You can see them all smiling at the moment. Nobody looking hang down and droopy. Everybody happy looking. So everything needs the rain, and we ought not to complain about God's rain. We just need to accept today's rain and tomorrow's sun. It varies, but nevertheless, it's a good day. It's a beautiful day. Each day that we rise and we are well and we can get out for our bed, we need to be grateful for God's mercy to give us another day to do better. So each day is a beautiful day.
Yeah.
All right, you let me take that up.
No, you go ahead, but I know you're okay. You're comfortable there. I have no fear.
My lance look very sharp.
I try always, to look sharp.
Do you try, really?
Yeah, I really try.
I thought I was natural boy.
Sometimes it's natural, sometimes I have the effort. I have the effort. The manner.
So, Dolly, how are you doing? And how is your beautiful little girl? Is it Rachel? How is she doing? I hope that she is happy and that all is well with her. And thank you for your call. It was nice chatting with you some time ago. Wilma, I'm so sorry that we have not had a chance yet to come visit you, but we certainly think about you. Corinne and Denzel, I still have to make that one fish for your girl, but don't worry, you're gonna get it before the year is out, if God spare life. So greetings to you and Denzel, and hope that you all are doing well. Anu, I hope that you're feeling better now. And Kavita, hope you're taking good care of Anu. You know, in times of illness or whatever, that's when we demonstrate our love, to be there, to care for each other. You know, when all is well and we having a good time, we are happy with each other. But when the tide is stirring, that's when the test comes. So support and taking care of. I hope that you are. I know you yourself not too well. You don't always enjoy very good health.
Who's talking to me?
Kavita and Anu.
Oh, Kavita and Anu.
Yes. So it's not easy to be not feeling well and having to care for someone.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that you all are great friends together. So I'm sure you're both doing your best to take care of each other.
In the
So
camera,
I'm just trying to keep the people going while I wait for you, Lancy.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get her something to really feel happy about on this Saturday evening. Right? Now folks, if this was a big time movie, all we would have done was cut and then stitch again. But seeing that we don't do these things, we just like it flowing natural. You know, we like it flowing natural. So we're not going to be okay. So Mama, I want you to tell me what would be your expectations for, oh boy, this is brand new.
For my birthday?
Yeah, what would be your expectations for your birthday? What do you want for your birthday?
Lancy, I have never been a person with great expectation. I just like whatever. I suppose if it is my 75th birthday, I might say, well, yes, I hope we're planning a nice party for me, a nice get together. But it's just an ordinary, another day that I officially become 73.
Yeah.
But every day of life is important, you know.
Yes, I suppose every day of life is important.
Every day is another day.
It's gonna be Tuesday?
Look at that already. You forget it's Monday, it's the 26th.
Okay, the 26th. But you know, Luis always confuses me with this, you know, for 53 years I've been confused.
But you're getting 26th or the 29th. Tuesday is the 27th. So if you thought it was the 29th and you call it correct day, but Tuesday is the 27th, so you're mixing up 26th and 29th to 27th.
Okay, the 26th. The 26th is Monday, right?
Hold it.
Only the 26th. So what are we gonna do special?
I tell you, it just could flow, man. Don't be thinking about that from now. You just have to only do that when it is.
You know, there are a lot of husbands who would not dare miss their wife's birthday. And all now, so they're probably up and down East Gates, walking around, trying to find the ideal gift.
Yes.
But Mama Lou has never been bothered about that. And neither have I been. Neither have I been bothered about gifts. I gave her one beautiful dress one day. I mean, she's beautifully attired now, right? But I gave her one beautiful dress on the very first year of our marriage, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't like it. You know why? It had sleeves.
Long sleeves.
And she was a girl. She wanted, you know, nice dress and things, the flams about the place, as they say, right? So she looked a little disappointed. Now, some people would rather have money, but Mama Lou never worried about money. But I don't know what she wanted me to buy. So she put it in this cupboard when we were rented by a lady. Don't even call the lady's name, right? And A beautiful dress, you know. To me,
No, beautiful dress, very beautiful. Now I wish that if you could give me a dress, I'll ask, see if you could get one of that again. All right, that's a challenge.
no, sorry,
See if you could get that dress again.
friends, I ain't gonna look for no dress again. I think Mama Lou gonna settle for something very, very simple. Maybe we'll go to the river.
Oh yes, for the beach.
Maybe we'll go to the river or the beach, depending on the weather.
Yes, right. If the weather good, I like to go to the beach.
Yeah. We could go to the beach for the river. For what?
For Monday, please.
For Monday.
What is?
So that's the 26th. The following day, the 27th, if I live. Remember, if I live, huh? It
Oh
would have
gosh.
it would have been 5 years
Yes, was the
since
day
my
after my
heart
baby.
attack. Since my heart attack. Mama Lou thought that day she lost me, you know.
Well, yeah, I actually experienced Lance dying.
Yeah, she
I
said.
took myself through the entire process. The entire process. Right through the funeral and everything.
Yeah, Mama Lou said, Nancy boy, cleaners for you. I didn't know she was thinking that. And under the anxiety of getting what is called this thing again, echo. What do you call it? Echo what?
No.
When they do the thing?
Plastic.
Angioplasty. Right. She
When
looked
you
at
were
me.
finished.
She looked at me and I couldn't even interpret the look. I couldn't interpret the look.
I
But-
told you, you're not yet out of the woods.
Yeah, boy. But you know, it's a very personal moment, eh? A very personal moment. It's just you and you alone facing the unknown. The unknown. But boy, Dr. Sitcharan, and I call his name openly because I think him to be quite a good surgeon. Went inside of here, went up all here, came across here. But I remember while being on the table and they were trying to find this blockage, I was having no pain, but anxiety began to get the better of me. I said, come
I
on,
didn't expect that.
you've always been an anxious person. Okay, come fellas, come. All you find it or you don't find it? You find it yet, the blockage? Or you haven't find it yet? Tell me, quickly. And he said, easy, Lancelot, easy. I remember him saying that. Easy, Lancelot, easy. Aha! We find it. Later he tells me, I gave you a long stent. But you have to take care of the stent.
Are you doing that?
With your great help, yes.
But
With your great help, I'm trying. Right? Medication is not.
it's a must.
It's a must. Never pleasant, but it's a must. And I remember taking these meds. I used to hallucinate a lot with one particular medication. I used to hallucinate.
That's the one when you do so.
Yes,
Cobwebs.
I actually used to do this, and I could see tendrils of cobweb. I would pull up my hand so, and I would see, like extended like Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man. I used to see actually, you know, these cobweb strands. I hold it up in the light, and I see it's kind of silvery, and I say, "Oh, what is this going on here, boy?" So anyway, we had a chat with the doctor, and he said, "Okay, we'll discontinue." And next thing you find yourself doing, you know, you like to Google. You want to find out what I call it, side effects.
Yeah.
Everybody who doesn't like medicine, and who is required to take medicine, I could bet anything, You go to your iPad, you go to your cell phone, you go to Google, and you look at it up and you say, wow, this will kill me more than the medication.
More than the heart attack.
More than the heart attack, more than the medication, right? Anyway, the good Lord has saved me. But you know what was fantastic in that period of time? When my daughter Lisa came for me on the Friday, I went in the Wednesday. I spent the Thursday. They asked me to hold on a little more. My vitals seemed to have been pretty good. And the oximeter was showing that my pulse rate was really good. But I wanted to do something more, to round it off. But coming home, it was fantastic. Life goes on, and it's amazing to see life going on. Trees are growing, people are crossing the road, traffic lights working, buses speeding, ambulances rolling by, big trucks blaring down the road. And I look at Louise next to me, and I hold her hand and I said, my goodness gracious me, I would have left this beautiful woman alone. For a while anyway. Because maybe she would have gotten married soon after, I don't know. But I tell you this because I tell you what, you have to treasure your partner. Treasure your partner. When the hour comes, it's too late to say, darling, I love you. Darling, I'm sorry for all the hurtful words. It is a real sad occasion. A real sad occasion when you lose your partner. There's not an opportunity left to say, sweetheart, we've had good years. I couldn't even tell Louise when I was having that heart attack, darling, it's 49 years. 49 years, at the time.
You couldn't hear much, man.
Yeah, I couldn't even say, Louise, it's 49 years we've been together, and I'm sorry for all the difficulties I presented to you, all the wonderful times we've had, places we've gone, children we have nurtured, friends we've had. I did not have the time to say that. But I tell it to you now, Louise. And when I got my medication, Louise was the one who fought up with all these little pills. You gotta cut some of them in half, cut some of them in quarter, cut some of them, And we didn't have what do you call it? We didn't have come on, help me.
Pill cutter.
A pill cutter.
At the time.
So Louise would go with a knife, a sharp knife, bang, and where did it go to? The pill take off in one direction, the other half gone somewhere else.
I can laugh now, but then I used to cry.
Yeah, Louise, oh gosh. She was so hard pressed then.
That was the best present I could have got from my niece. She came and she bought a pill cutter and an organizer for tablets.
And do you know something, friends? To this very day, 5 years later, I say it because I'm so dependent on Louise. So dependent, and she's so calm and so good to me. I'm not even familiar with my pills until she hands me in my hand and she says, swallow these. And even then I give her trouble to do it. But I can't tell you whether the statin is supposed to be cut in half, the Brilanta is supposed to be cut in quarter, because I've always relied on Louise, which is not good really. But I'm grateful. I am really grateful. You know, it would be nice. I don't want to get morbid now, but I would really like on my deathbed, if I am on my deathbed, and Louise is still alive and in good form, I would like to tell her, Louise girl, it was a pleasure knowing you. It was a pleasure having children with you because you were always selfless. We never had big time quarrels. We might have bickered over something. She might want to go on a holiday and I feel I should stay at home. But nothing more than that. We never quarreled over money. We never quarreled over... I used to want to go to the cinema at times, and Lasana would stand on this very balcony here, on these very banisters here rather, and mommy, 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 mommy. And I would have to stop the car, reverse, park the car, come back inside for her to embrace Lasana. And you know something? She's still embracing Lasana. How old is he now? 5. He's going to be 49 years this year. And he could probably still stand on this banister and say, mommy, mommy, mommy. Right? And that went for all the kids, eh? The bond you have with your children is important. Have a good bond with your kids. Yes, sirree. That's how it goes.
We heard once at a graduation, he was a minister. Somebody was at a graduation.
You mean Alana's? Mm-hmm. He was a school supervisor.
School supervisor.
Let me bring it up so you would miss this.
And my niece had a kindergarten and she had graduation. And graduation is always a lovely time, especially for kindergartens. Eh? And we would always go to her graduation, to her school graduation. She ran a school for about 5 years. And she and her teacher would train those children for the function. And those kids will come out and perform at their graduation. And always so beautifully. Children could really take instruction and could learn, eh? Mm-hmm. And we saw that in kids. You can really get them to do, and they will do it right, with practice after practice after practice. And they would always be so joyful at these graduation. And I went more to her school graduations than I probably ever went to my grandchildren graduation. Because limited visitors at graduation, you could invite only one person or 2 persons. So I never had much. I think we did go to Brandon and Megan's graduation from preschool.
Right.
Remember that? Mm-hmm. And the little boy say, I want to be a daddy.
Yeah, they asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? Somebody said a fireman, a policeman. The fellow say, I want to be a daddy.
Now you know, that song did. And I think the parent might have felt a little awkward.
But you know what it signified, Louise?
His father was a good father.
That's what it signified.
Yes, because he wanted to be a daddy.
That's right. He wanted to be a daddy.
And I think that was a compliment to his father.
It sounded funny at the time, but now that you reflect,
yeah,
that's exactly what it was. I want to be a daddy.
However, back to the school graduation that my niece used to have. And this school supervisor, and I'm talking about more than 30 years ago, eh? Yeah, more than 30 years ago. The school supervisor said it is a beautiful thing as a parent to love your children. Very, very important that we love our children. But we must not be in love with our children. And to define that, if we love our children, we will correct our children. Mm-hmm. But if we are in love with our children, we would not correct them because we don't want to hurt them. We wouldn't put a little lash on them because we don't want to hurt them, because we are in love. But if we love a child, we will always correct them and do what is right and in their best interests. Mm-hmm. So the important thing is to love your kids, but do not be in love with them.
That's right. That's right. I think my mother, having had 11 children,
Yeah,
she didn't have time to love any particular one boy. She had to love all.
exactly.
She
Love all your
rose to the
kids.
occasion of helping everyone as the need came along.
And we should never, or we should try not to have or to display a favorite child.
Yes.
It is very important, especially children now. Children now are very conscious about who you favor. And maybe from your action, a child could say, you like that child more than me. I have heard children say that. She don't like me, she like him. Or she don't like me, she like her. And that's not a nice thing for any child to feel.
That's right, Louis.
And we always say, well, it works for us because we always say we love our first daughter and we love our last daughter and we love our first son and we love our last son all equally. So it's a good thing we didn't have a fifth child because she might have been in trouble.
Well, yes.
So what I heard someone said once, was it your mother, that the child who is the favorite child is the child who is in need at the moment.
Okay.
Was that your mom?
Sounds like her, yes. If it was something else, I would say no.
Yeah. The child
You got that?
yes, the child who is in need at the moment becomes the favorite child.
That's right.
Because as a mother, whichever child is going through a problem, whether it's a health problem, whether it's a domestic problem, whether it's a financial problem, whatever the problem is, that is a child we would help. Or that is a child who needs your attention. So at that moment, that child becomes the favorite child. But if the child always needs you, then that child is the favorite. If the child always needs you, then that child comes the favorite. But we hope that, it's an even keel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and parents parenting work never finish.
That's right, boy.
It never finished.
Never finished.
Kim jokingly said when we were driving back to Jacksonville that I thought a child ends at 18, your responsibility. But until you die, a child will be your responsibility.
Yeah.
If you are a caring. I'm not saying that you're getting involved in the child problems, everything happening to the child, but we're talking about deep problem a child is in. As parent, you have to be there for that child to help. Moral support, financial support, time support. A child is ill and you have to spend time with the child to make them comfortable. Your job is never finished. And it doesn't matter whether the child may not have been a good child or the child was a very good child. Unconditional love, when you talk about unconditional love, that's a parent love. Unconditional love. An old lady in a speech once, I didn't understand that. Oh, people had some good terms, some good things they say, a long time. And it was her birthday. And she said, she was talking, reflecting on her life. She was in big age, and we had a nice get together for her. And she said, they don't have no river to throw away bad children,
All good.
Very profound.
Yeah.
There's no river to throw away bad children.
That's right.
And these are things that we don't understand. But then, as we journey on in life, the sayings come back and they say it's true.
That's right.
That's a good saying. But I know we've got to true back.
Yeah. Well, friends, I think we've come to the end of this evening's
And we are
session.
throwing none only in the river, yeah?
Yes. So, Anil, thank you for your joke. Navin, thank you for your call recently. All the wonderful people out there.
Yes, and Tony, it's a long time we haven't spoken to you. I did speak to Shanta some time ago, but we will definitely give you all a call.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Marcel, I thank you so much for your instructions on the oven. I needed it because I made some coconut bake and I needed instruction. So here you are. I had to pull you up a couple of times. If you were on YouTube, you would have made some more views.
Yeah. It was very, very good.
Yes, so thank you so much.
Simon, come.
And thank you all.
Thank you very
for the
much,
support.
folks. Yes.
Appreciate everything. And Judy T, a very nice, pleasant day to you. Bye-bye. All the best.
Bye-bye then,
Love
friends.
you all.
Bye-bye.